This isn't my room.
Today is the Inheritance book. It is the fourth and final book of the Inheritance cycle. So let's just get started. Go straight into story. Since I can't remember the entire story, let's just hit the highlights. So Roran goes to a city to take it. It's untakeable, and he manages to get in, and it just reaffirms him as my favorite character. Aragorn is sent in to take one of the earliest cities that we go to in the first book. He is sent to take it, and he does eventually, but he gets captured. He gets out, goes outside of the city, and the leader of the Varden is taken. She is taken back to the capital. She's tortured, trying to get secrets from the Varden out of her. Then Aragorn learns of the Vault of Souls. He goes to the Vault of Souls, learns his true name. More on that in character. And he goes into the Vault of Souls, takes the contents, goes back to the capital. The king kills himself. That's the big climax. It's a really good climax. I do like the story. I do like the ending. I like how the big fight with the king goes. I like that. The cleanup of the empire begins, and a new ruler is crowned. And then Aragorn leaves Alagasia to start the Dragon Riders over, to start a new order. Okay, on to world building. So since this is the last book of the series, there's not much new you can add. You can't really add to what's already been established in the first three books, but it can add a little bit on the island on which the riders used to be headed from. Their headquarters, their main housing, their home, their school, everything. You can add some to that, but not too much. So in the job that this last book has, it's tying up everything. It's putting a nice little bow on the first three books, and it does it perfectly. It does it well. It does it really good. So, I like the world building in Inheritance, but not much else I can say, so let's just move on to character. So with this book being the last book of the series, it has one job, really. It has to tie up all the loose ends that it created with its characters. All of their plot points, all of their flaws, all their storylines, it has to fledge them out. And Inheritance did this pretty well. Aragorn reaches his peak as a character when he learns his true name to the Vault of Souls. And what that is, it is a name in the ancient language, which is how they do their magic, how their magic system works. It is a name that sums you up perfectly, that sums everything up about you, all your flaws, everything you do right. And we never know Aragorn's true name, but he learns it, and he uses it to get into the Vault of Souls. But having that to tie him up, because he's more resigned to things now. And Roran, he feels like a truly weathered general at the end of it. He's seen battle, he's fought, he's done this before, and he's a good character, and he really sticks, even at his end form, as my favorite character. But all the loose ends got tied up in this book. So now we're going to move on to pacing/engagement. Pacing is good in this book, pacing and engagement. Nothing ever feels too fast or too slow, and you always want to know what happens next because it's the last book. I feel like I should say more, but there's really not anything else to say on the matter, on pacing. It's good, and it's perfect for being a final book in the series. So now on to the final verdict. The final verdict is 9 out of 10. Not one of these books have received a perfect 10 out of 10, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've given one yet to these. And the reason I feel like this one deserves a 9 out of 10 is because the ending feels it feels like a cop-out. It really does. I don't like the ending of Inheritance that much. I like the final battle with the king, but I don't like how they get to that point. I don't want to go into too much detail for story spoilers and whatnot, but I just never liked the way it ended. I've always felt that it was cheap. But besides that, 9 out of 10. Besides the ending, it's a really good series, and I would recommend it to anyone who asked. But yeah, tomorrow will be Winter's Heart, and Friday, or the weekend video, will be The Gathering Storm, just kind of wrapping up 2 Wheel of Time books. Since I've kind of caught up on the series, the videos have caught up to me. Well, they haven't, because I took a break from Wheel of Time, but I don't think I can fairly review these few middle books since I've been reading for so long, but Winter's Heart is one of my favorites, and The Gathering Storm I just finished. So those will be the last 2 videos, unless we have one to do Monday, and then I don't really know what it will be. But I think the Fridays is the last one. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.